folks, welcome back. Here we are, non-league to Premier League. What an end to the season, guys. It really has been amazing. We only lost 2 games in the run up to the end of the season, and they're 2 games that you would have expected us to lose. But we'll delve into a little bit more because, yes, we did lose them, but we shouldn't have lost either of them. It's how Football Manager goes sometimes. But look at this. Into the schedule then. So you was last with us for, I believe, the semi-final of the FA Cup. Yes, it was, where we hammered Everton 3-0. We then played Chelsea at home, at the Molineux. We lost 1-0, but look at the state of this. 23 shots on goal, 9 on target. They did edge the possession in the end. They started coming back into it a little bit. But we just hammered them. Attack after attack after attack after attack. And we just couldn't find that breakthrough, folks. It was really heartbreaking to watch when you look at the highlights. And you're just seeing you going forward, you're going forward, you're going forwards, and nothing coming of it. Now, honestly, that is a game that we should absolutely have won. Then, not being too upset, we bounced back with a 5-1 win against Sheffield United. And we then absolutely hammered Leicester. I mean, not even funnily hammered Leicester. 8-0. 9.7 for Sean Madueke, scored a hat-trick. Vinicius Jr. on a 9.1. Samuel Oakley on a 9.1. This little upstart, very, very good. Lots and lots of potential, I particularly think. However, he's played a handful of games for us throughout all competitions this season, and he's now on about that he wants to be a starting player and should be known as an important player for the club. Well, I don't think so, Sunshine, and in the summer we're probably going to move him on. We then come into this game against Liverpool. Again, we played very, very well. The worrying thing, of course, is that today's episode is the FA Cup. Who are our opponents? Liverpool. So we are up against them. This was a full-strength team, bar we didn't have Morgan Gibbs-White on the pitch in this one. Samuel Oakley had to step in because Gibbs-White was out for a couple of weeks. And we played well. You know, I can't be upset. And the goal that won the game, has to be said, was a little bit special from Riccardi. Is it going to load the goal up? It might load the goal up. Goad? The goad, guys. The goad. The goal. Load the goal, please. So we're defending the corner. Sessegnon can't get it away. He then does clear it. It's headed back down. And Riccardi from distance. I mean, what a goal. You can't grumble. You can't complain. But when that's the match-winning goal and you've absolutely dominated. I mean, we haven't even had half of our shots on goal, realistically. So, well, sort of half, isn't it? We should have won that game or at least got a point out of it. So at the minute, we are playing really, really good against the big boys and dominating them in games. So I am very, very confident that next season is going to be our season. I'm not going to put my neck on the line and say that we're going to be challenging title-wise. But if we don't get a Champions League place next season, I'm going to be so disappointed. So we've already qualified then for the Euro Cup 2. Holders are currently Tottenham. And obviously, if we win the FA Cup today, I think we go through to the Europa League proper. Believe, maybe. How do you qualify for that? I think it is the Europa League. So we're going to be doing all that we can to do that. Obviously, Liverpool have beaten us a couple of times. We did beat them earlier in the season, but overall, the history between the two teams since the game started is that Liverpool have won a lot more than what we have. Liverpool are also currently the holders of the FA Cup. So, I'm not going to praise Ryan Gravenberch because I've praised him for the last 2 weeks and he'll get fed up with me saying, well done, lad. We've got it all to do, you know. If Liverpool win this, they are back-to-back title holders for the FA Cup. We don't want them to be back-to-back title holders for the FA Cup because at the end of this episode, I would love to be raising that little cup above my head and saying, we've done it, boys. We absolutely done it. Morgan Gibbs-White, not quite back up to match fitness yet, but we need him in the squad today. He's got that little bit of creativity around him. So we're going to go with the usual 11, boys. This is our strongest 11. I really do believe that. We've got Spilar in goal, De Jonge, Darby, Turinga, Aarons, Gravenberch, Sessegnon, Vinicius Jr., Gibbs White, Rony Lopez, and up front, of course, Sean Madueke. Playing very, very well. We've been in very, very good form. As you can see down the average ratings and the last 5 games and the average ratings over the season, we've played some very bloody good football. And honestly, we probably should be better than where we are. If you look at the Premier League again, we drew 10 games. 10 games we've drawn this season. Had we have come better slightly earlier in the season, we'd have smashed the Champions League spots. We're not far off of a Champions League spot as it is, and we've drawn that many games. I mean, if we win half of those games, we're in Champions League spots. I mean, Man City absolutely, not Man City, Chelsea absolutely blew away with the league this season. But, as I say, we've been very competitive against them. We were competitive against Liverpool. Only top 4 team that we wasn't competitive against this season so far, Manchester City. They absolutely wiped the floor with us. We beat United 3-0 when we was at home, and I think we beat them 2-1 away from home. Can I say that? Losses? No, we only beat them the once. We beat them the 3-0. So who did we lose to Manchester United then? Oh, we lost 1-0 to them. So, we're there or thereabouts, guys, every time. So I'm very happy with the team today. Cross your fingers, cross your eyes, your feet, your legs, everything that you can cross. Get behind the boys. I want to hear loads of shouting at the TV, at the tablet, at the computer, at your mobile, whatever platform you're watching it on. Let's have a good game and bring home the FA Cup, fellas. Let's bloody have it. So, Liverpool side then, who have some very familiar names in it, as you've got Van Dijk at the back, Fabinho, Alisson's still in goal, Robertson at the left back, you've got Tonali and De Jong in the middle, Dybala up front, Salah on the right hand side. No space today for Mane. Mane and Firmino were playing last time we played. So they are coming with their full strength 11 at us today. They are going to throw the kitchen sink at us, and it's up to us to stop them from winning. We are going to passionately say, give the fans a performance to be proud of, boys. If we don't win, we don't win, but at least make it entertaining. As the leading scorers in the FA Cup, we're playing well, we're scoring goals. I think bragging rights are important. I think we can unsettle him and add to the challenge. So into it we go then. That can come off completely for the... Oh, what do we go with? Normally it'd be latest scores, but there are no latest scores other than ours. So first highlight of the game then looks like it's going Liverpool's way, and over the free kick stands Abel. Lovely free kick, and Svilar there, as much as I have been bigging him up in the last few games about how wonderful his goalkeeping has been, has had an absolute nightmare. Hardly any curl on the free kick, in honesty. Goes straight down the middle, and Svilar, he could have just caught it. Could have just caught it. You absolute bloody idiot. Today's not the game to be making them kind of mistakes. Gravenberch is on the ball, launches himself forward, plays it through for Sean Madueke, and that's a great save by Alisson. And that there was a great chance to come back to 1-1. Didn't even register the shot on goal. Okay, love to see that. So we are instantly going to demand more out of the boys. It's a very, very cagey affair. Not a lot going on. This is not what we want to see. Van Dijk over the free kick. Tonali then to Abel, back to Tonali, back to Abel, Van Dijk out wide, finds Robertson, then Almeida. Robertson again gets the cross in, and De Jong is there to clear, only as far as De Jong. De Jong gets it back out wide to Robinson. He's going to get the cross in. He's not, he plays it back, gets it back. Tonali's on the ball. Beautiful football from Liverpool here, and that is a disastrous opening 20 minutes. A tight affair, a cagey affair. And we have absolutely fluffed it. We're nowhere near the occasion. The lads have absolutely folded, and it's not what we want to see on a day like today. We are now going to have to straight away go for attacking. We can't afford to sit back against Liverpool here. Nothing's happening for us. We're getting no highlights whatsoever. We are, again, very, very competitive, but this is not entertaining to watch. I do apologise. They've given up, boys. Our boys have given up. What's going on? Grrr. I am going to aggressively say, show me something else in the second half. That was appalling. So into the second half we go then. All the boys are motivated. Can they turn that motivation into goals? That's the question. Gravenberch, De Jonge, he's got Vinicius Jr. ahead of him, who's been fantastic. We need to see some of that creativity. Out wide to De Jonge, gets across him. Maduke's there and he hits the post, lad. Oh, it should have been 2-1. Gravenberch over the free kick, floats it in. Gibbs White, it's gone over the line. Is it going to count? It is going to count. It's bundled over the line. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't great to watch, but it puts us right back in it. Gravenberch with a lovely ball in. Gibbs White straight at Becker, and it comes off Lopez and then off of Maduke. Not quite sure who it's being gifted to. It's being gifted to Maduke. He is onside, so there's no question about that. And that is slightly slightly lucky. But as you can see, yet again, the better side. We're still behind though. That's the big thing. Ask for a little bit of creativity. They're full of inspiration, full of motivation. Come on, boys, get into them. And the clock is just running down. Absolutely running down. Milito then, with the throw-in, finds Abel. Back to De Jong. If Liverpool score here, it's all over. And Abel's through one-on-one. Svilar makes a great save. We just need that one chance. If we get one chance and take it into extra time, this game is ours. Liverpool are there for the taking. It's cleared then. Gibbs White's on the ball. Oh my God. He had Maduke just up in front of him. And time is running out. Vinicius Jr. has had a bloody shocker. And today is not the day for a shocking game. Nobody on the bench I want to bring on for him though. Oh, fellas, this is tough. We bring Richardson on for Lopez. Gibbs White's had a good game. I can't take him off today. Sisson Jaeger's not played well at all. So we will bring on. Who do we bring on? Louis Barry. Barry comes up front then with Maduke. He's going to play in that advanced forward role. We're going to drop Gibbs White back. He's still an advanced playmaker into midfield. And we'll put Gravenberch in a more natural role as well. Oh, we can't have two advanced playmakers. It's not going to work. And we are just going to have to absolutely throw the kitchen sink at them. Overlapping on. We don't want to walk the ball into the box. We're going to have to go slightly more direct with a much higher tempo. Get into them. You know the way that the rest of that song goes, so I ain't going to say, you know exactly what I mean. Come on, boys. And we are going to, for the last 5 minutes, just demand a little bit more out of us. Come on. There's got to be one chance before the end of the game. Surely to God. De Jonge then finds Gravenberch. Can Gravenberch launch the ball forward? He does. It's a really poor ball, so it's going to be Liverpool actually attacking. And you've got to think that the FA Cup is all theirs now. Come on, get the ball. Mane. Mane's through. Svilar. Can this be? Can we get? We've got 10 seconds to launch one last attack. Richardson. Max Aarons is in so much space, it's ridiculous. Louis Barry brings the ball forward though. Liverpool free kick is offside. Why didn't you just leave it for Aarons? And that is game, set and match, guys. We come so close this season. We give a good account of ourselves in the final here. It's not like we got absolutely decimated. But for the first 20 minutes, the lads weren't turned on. And that is absolutely heartbreaking. As it finishes then, Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. I don't know what to say, fellas. It is what it is. We tried. I mean, the lads haven't played badly there at all. But Vinicius Jr. and Manu has been absolutely fantastic for us this season. A return of 11 goals. Not that many assists, it has to be said. But has played well. You know, he's scored literally every other game that he's played. But today was not a day for him to have a bad game. It really wasn't. And it's just unfortunate. So we'll go into the dressing room and we will say to the boys passionately, despite the result, I'm pleased with your performance. They did play well. I don't want to be too harsh. We've had a very good season. How can I complain? So we're coming to the inbox then. We obviously been defeated. We have qualified for the Europa League proper, which is nice. Liverpool are champions back to back. We've received another 2.14 million, sorry. We are into the Europa League now properly. didn't want to click on that. Collective payout for the cup then is 575 grand. So we've made some very good money during the FA Cup this season. And it must be said, I am very, very upset that we didn't make it there. But it is what it is. Now, if I come back into the news items here, can I find it? Hello? We got 35 million then for finishing in 6th place. So financially now, we are back in the positive. I don't know how we're bleeding so much money. We're underneath our wage budget. We're not paying anything back in terms of debts. So I'm not quite sure. I'll do the press conference now offline. There's no point in me showing you guys through that. It's just going to be me basically saying that Liverpool were the better side. We should have played better. We didn't turn up when we needed to. Really do appreciate the support, guys. Thank you very much. Obviously, next episode then, we'll have gone through the summer, so transfer window will be over. We'll go through all the transfers, ins and outs, and we'll see what happens. We'll go through the squad as well and just do a little end of season review. In fact, we can do that now. I'll do that now with you before we go because I'll forget otherwise. I know I will. Let's unhighlight everybody, shall we? Ooh, ooh, there we go. So, in terms of goals then, leading scorer for the club this season, absolutely no surprise, Sean Madueke, 21 goals in 39 appearances. Not a bad return for the man, but he's going to have to step it up a little bit if he wants to be considered world class, but he's on the cusp of being absolutely brilliant. Just behind him then was Vinicius Jr., Rony Lopez on the right hand side with 10 goals. We have got goals in this side. We really have. Gravenberch with 6. So we can't grumble. We go to assists then. The man with the most assists this season, Rony Lopez. Then it's followed that up by De Jong, Gibbs White with 7. De Jong had 9. It actually surprises me that Aarons has only got 6 assists. He's been really, really good this season. I mean, we just can't grumble. You know, when you look at the squad, you absolutely cannot moan. And when you look at average ratings, nobody in the team's played bad. Ryan Gravenberch has absolutely killed it this season as well. Obviously, first season in the Premier League. I'm expecting big things of him next year. We've just got lots and lots of talent in this team, and we're a relatively young side. If you look at the average age of the squad, you know, we've got 19-year-olds. Chad Dye is our main defender as well. The oldest people are all going to be moving on. Henderson's gone. Goretzka will be going. Lopez is wanted, and I probably will let him go because he's on the decline now. Timo Werner, I was so looking forward to having this lad in, and he's done absolutely nothing this season. 15 games, 4 goals, 3 assists. Not good enough. His average rating's only a 6.7 as well. So we'll be moving him on in the summer. It's a lot of money to get off of our wage budget. And if I can pick up even 25 million for him at this point, honestly, I will call that great business. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, we haven't had a bad season, have we? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of our season so far. And let me know what you think we're going to do next year. Do you think we're going to qualify for the Champions League? Do you think we're going to be in the title race? I'm telling you now, if we're not there or thereabouts, I'll eat my hat at the end of next season. That's been it from me, guys. Again, thank you for the support. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you next time.